it's time for Cox and Crendor.
This is Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cox and Crendor in the morning.
May the Cox be with you.
That's look. That's what I'm hoping. May the Cox binds you. The Cox is in you and all around you.
You can feel its presence.
I'm hoping, or else that's a problem for me. Oh my goodness, guys! Today's episode, before we get to our usual news and stuff, we're gonna talk about the movies that have come out recently. More importantly, one big movie. I would say one of the biggest blockbusters of the year. The one that just came out.
Yep.
Of course, I'm talking about Mockingjay.
I thought you were talking about Divergent.
Well, you know, we can talk about the trailer. Did we ever talk about the trailer?
I think.
Holy moly!
I don't know if we. Actually, yeah, we did.
Holy moly!
We did.
Every time I see that thing, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I remember us because I remember watching it and then just being like, I feel like that was like 5 different movies thrown into one.
I can't. Yeah, I saw the trailer the other day. So I went and saw both the new James Bond, Spectre, and Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah.
Right off the top, the trailers for those movies, I forgot what, like, I only, usually when I go to the movies, like, actual to the theater, it's all for, like, crazy sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
And everything else I just watch at home. Because you want to see those big, like, action movies in the theater, right?
Yeah.
But I forgot what, like, teeny drama, like, action movies their trailers are.
Yeah.
Every trailer for Mockingjay, I felt like I was too old to be in the room. I was like, oh my God, these movies. And every trailer for Bond was like a horror movie. Here's the thing. I saw Bond, I think like maybe on the last weekend, it was like out in theaters. I was the only one in the theater. All the trailers were horror movies. I was uncomfortable. I was just like, hello? I was in the middle of the theater by myself. A giant theater, nobody else there. And they're like, this one's called this one's called
band playing.
Like I feel like I'm not in the right place. I don't think I went to the. No, it was a trailer for the movie called like The Boy or something like that. The premise was a girl goes to babysit the child of this old couple, but the child turns out to be a doll.
What?
And of course, the doll comes to life and like tries to kill her.
Yeah. It always happens. That's like the biggest trope thing.
And they have a list like don't look at him or don't look away from her, some weird thing, or like be sure to feed him, be sure to like don't take a shower, like crazy shit. Like, crazy shit.
Don't take a shower with a knife on the counter or he'll use it.
Don't put this toaster oven next to your bath or else he'll push it in.
Where else am I going to put it?
How am I supposed to make toast?
Oh my God. What was that one? Okay, so last night at Star Wars, I was seeing all the movie trailers, right? Did you see the trailer for like the 5th Sign?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
I love Zoe. What the hell's that girl's name?
Yeah, whatever her name.
Whatever, you know, I love her. I think she's a real sweetheart. I like the movie she's in, but that movie looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks really dumb.
Like, don't you get it? The first wave was the aliens turned off the power. And the second wave is the aliens. They flooded the earth. And then the third wave is the, like, a earthquake. And the fourth wave was like the plague. And now the 5th wave is the invasion. It's like, who cares?
Even like the like big like climax scene where she's like, I'm gonna shoot the guy, and she's like, why didn't you shoot me? He's like, because you would have shot me already.
Yeah, you would have shot me already if you were one of them. Great. Right? Yeah, no, this looks it's basically my brother and or boyfriend, I can't remember which, is missing and I have to go save him. Or dad. She's saving someone. She's like,
brother.
I'll do whatever it takes.
And
even if it means taking on an alien invasion.
Here. She's gonna get here anytime now.
I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, I saw that trailer too. So yeah, if you're wondering, are you guys going to talk about Star Wars? The answer is no. We don't want you to say, you spoiled everything. We're not even going to mention it.
Yeah.
And we're not even going to say if we liked it or not. We're just going to zip up and talk about these other movies because now no one cares if we spoil those.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about it in the future.
Yeah, in a future episode, we'll bring it up. So, wow, Bond. I mean, all right, can I just say off the top, both Spectre and Mockingjay. I keep forgetting the name of it. Like I'm trying to put it out of my mind. Both those movies I did not like in the end.
Well,
I didn't like them. All right. They weren't awful. It was a solid 2.5 out of 5 stars.
All right.
They weren't terrible, but okay. Spectre was, for the first hour, super dope. It's like Bond is just back in action, and he's flying around and kicking the shit out of dudes in Mexico, and it's this crazy thing, and he's banging Monica Bellucci, and it's crazy. It's great.
Yeah.
And then the bad guys show up, and you're like, oh my god, they know everything about him. There's a super secret underground organization. It's freaking Spectre from the days of old. Oh my god, that's Blofeld. This is crazy. This is gonna be the coolest thing ever. They know everything about Bond. They're his nemesis. And then it's yes, but the main bad guy is also James Bond's brother. And more importantly, James Bond murders all of them. It would be like if they introduced a storyline. I'm trying to think of another movie that would be equivalent. If they introduced a storyline where the main character took on this collective of evil, right?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the biggest, baddest, nastiest guys ever.
Mm-hmm.
But he defeats them instantly. There is no challenge. Yeah. He defeats everyone handedly. There is, even when you think oh, the bad guy may escape, in the end, Bond's nope, got him. It's wait a minute. This is supposed to be the evil organization that ruined Bond's life. It's the one that killed the first woman he loved, that killed M, that killed everyone. Everyone, all the bad guys in the movies with Daniel Craig are connected to them. Everything about his life has led to this point to fight these guys, and they're supposed to be the most awesome evil organization ever. Unbeatable. They control governments. They are super powerful, and Bond in a movie destroys them all. It's what up, haters? I'm James Bond.
I feel a lot of movies have that, suffer from that same thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you made these guys seem so bad and evil. Then when you finally meet them, they're kind of awful. They're really bad at what they do. Mm-hmm. They're not good at all. No wonder Bond is a drunk, womanizing lout. No wonder he kicked their asses. They weren't that hard to beat.
Yeah, and he has that commercial where he surfs around.
That's true. But the end of the movie
40 times.
The end of the movie has. So I was like, all right, well, I can get over 90% of this.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Bond's number one villain from the old movies, the villain of villains for Bond, is back. This is gonna be so cool. And the setup for the very end, which is Blofeld convinces or gets Bond to go back to the old MI6, which is destroyed, and they're gonna demolitionize it, whatever. Demolish it. Demolitionize it. That sounds like great. The demolitionizer. So he goes there, and Bond's name's now written on the wall of all the dead people, and there are all these arrows, and it points him down to the basement, and there are all these wires, and all the wires are connected to all the different people that has ever been in his life, and he finally gets to Blofeld, and he's behind glass, and Bond can't get him, and Blofeld's like, you have 3 minutes, Mr. Bond, and it's oh, this is crazy. He's like, but that girl you're banging, she's somewhere in this building too, so either you save yourself, or you find her and you die together. And I was like, oh, it's such a Bond villain thing to do. I was like, this is great. You're redeeming yourself, Gabe. Game.
Game.
I play too many video games. You're redeeming yourself, movie. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it proceeds to do movie logic, where Bond runs through a giant building and manages to find his girlfriend in M's office with a minute left. He went from the basement to the top floor, I would assume, in 2 minutes. And then, even crazier, Blofeld flies up in a helicopter to watch him die. And Bond and this girl stare him down as time is ticking, and then they jump off the top floor onto a net, roll off, and then manage to get to an underground waterway, jump on a boat, get out as it explodes.
All in a minute.
In a minute. and then to make it even crazier, Blofeld's like, let's get out of here. They start flying away in the helicopter. Bond just has his pistol. Fires once. Fires twice, just missing. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if this is the guy who got away? He couldn't catch him, and he keeps shooting, and all he has is his pistol, and it's it's pointless. You can't shoot down a helicopter with a pistol. Yeah. A helicopter flying away at a much higher rate of speed than you on a boat in water.
Yeah.
Last shot hits the helicopter, destroys the rotor. The helicopter crashes on the bridge. Blofeld crawls out. He's all cut up and bloody, and Bond manages to park the boat, get up onto the bridge before both the MI6 agents that are working with him and the police get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he holds the gun to the dude's head, and it does that bridge thing where it's like on one side of the bridge is the woman he loves, and on the other side of the bridge is MI6. Which side will he choose? And he like puts his gun away. He's like, I ain't even gonna do it. And he leaves with the lady. And then M and like everyone arrests Blofeld. And it's like, that's the end of the movie.
What?
It is so garbage. I was like, you can't do that. I think it might be the last Daniel Craig James Bond. Which, if that's the case, what an awful ending. What a just terrible ending to a franchise. I was done. I walked out there like, I feel completely ripped off. Like, he beat the bad guy with a pistol to a helicopter. He shot down a helicopter with a pistol.
Yeah, that's
one shot, hit it, and he nailed it.
I mean, now you can understand why nobody else was there, and why there was a band playing,
and why it was a video game instead of a movie.
Yeah,
I was playing a video game. This actually took place at home, and it was Uncharted 4.
Oh man, I knew it all along. The plot twists.
This isn't even Bond.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Holy crap. So and then a movie we can talk about, Mockingjay.
Yeah. The Hunger Games.
Oh, Crendor. I don't even know where to start with this movie. First off, it shouldn't have been split into 2 parts. Let's be very clear about that.
Yeah.
Part 1, nothing happened. Part 2, a lot of stuff happened, but for no reason.
Yeah. That's like what I said. It's like if they were to split the Return of the King into 2 parts, and at the first part is them just preparing for the war, and you're like, all right, that was kind of cool, I guess. And the second part is just all the war.
Yeah, but because they have to make it a 2-hour movie, they have to pad the war with other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh no, the ring wraiths have broken into the city. Oh no, we have to go into the sewers to get behind the ring wraiths. Oh, in the sewers though, there's monsters. We gotta fight oh, now we're fighting the ring wraiths. Like, oh my god.
I say I started doing like the whole thing we did with Divergent, where I started like calling stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that guy's dead. Like, like when they introduced the twins, I'm like, oh, one twin's dead. I already know that for a fact.
When they introduced all those extra characters, I was like, they're all dead. I was like, all those new characters they have introduced for this movie, they're cannon fodder. They're the red shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, they're long gone. Let's see. Oh,
so let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
For those who haven't seen Mockingjay, I'm sure you have, but Mockingjay Part 2 takes place where Mockingjay Part 1 left off, where Katniss's boyfriend, Peter Malak, one of her boyfriends, loses his mind and tries to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And so then she goes to her other boyfriend for comfort, which is already weird.
Yeah.
But he's like, I know you love him. And she's like, he tried to kill me. He's like, yeah, but you'll never look at me the same way you looked at him. It's like, what is happening right now?
I don't know.
And so then they decide, like, this is our last chance. We've got to go take the capital. And so they do this whole bit about them going to the capital after they take District 2. And District 2 is like the mining district.
Yeah.
And it's basically West Virginia.
It is.
Like, we ain't even going to leave, man. Somehow Katniss single-handedly convinces everyone to leave the capital.
Yeah. And then that one person, like, shoots her.
Yeah. But she
thing.
totally lives. She's totally fine because she has armor on.
Yeah.
But they use the video as like propaganda and stuff. It's the same premise as Mockingjay Part 1, where it's all like a propaganda movie, like a propaganda war, except that's the first maybe 30 minutes of this movie, and then the last hour is the battle at the Capitol.
Yeah.
So it's like Return of the Jedi, where it's 30 minutes of Jabba's palace, and then an hour on Endor. And it's like, pew, 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 pew. Except this, they include about 50 new characters you don't know.
Yeah.
And, of course, they all die. And then characters you do know, when they're like, I want to join in on this mission, you're like, oh, they're all dead too.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember their names. The one guy who used to bang people for secrets in the Capitol, whatever his name was, he married Annie. I remember her name.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He married Annie, and then he's like, I'm coming with you. And the minute I was like, okay, they got married. He's the one guy who we know.
Oh, yeah.
He's totally dead.
As soon as he got married. As soon as he got married, I was like, that's his peak happiness. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. As soon as he got married, I'm like, oh, yeah, that guy's totally
Yep.
And then they introduced some twins, a, like, lady sergeant, and then some other dude, and I was like, or maybe two other guys. Like, one was like, the best sniper we have, and I was like, he's dead. All these guys who I'd done, they're all dead.
Yeah.
And then Katniss's like second boyfriend goes, and then they're like, oh yeah, now Peeta's gonna go with you too.
Yeah.
What? He's insane. He's an insane person.
I know. They're just like, but he's good for the propaganda stuff.
Yeah, and then of course in the beginning they introduced the concept of like a cluster bomb that also acts as a secondary bomb. Like her second boyfriend's like, yeah, so I had this crazy idea about this bomb that like looks like we're dropping in care packages, but then it blows up, and then when people go to help those other people, it blows up again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's gonna come back in the end. People are gonna die to that in the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
and General Black guy.
Yeah. And then oh my god, then the guy from, I'm trying to remember what the show was, Jailbreak or Prison Break, is in this movie again for like 3 seconds before he's murdered. Before President Snow just kills him for no reason. He's like, you're an idiot, and he kills him. Everyone dies. Like literally just, they're killing everyone off in this movie.
Yeah.
And then proceeds a 1 hour movie of them running through the Capitol. Like, it's a poorly made war movie, basically.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen those movies like Enemies at the Gate, or like all those movies where it's a war movie in a city, it's a poorly made version of that. There's a really cool fight happening somewhere else in the city the entire time, and you hear it, but we're following 8 people who are going through the background.
Yeah, I'm still under the impression that this girl wrote The Hunger Games with no intention of ever having like this type of ending, and then it got really popular, and they're like, you got to finish the thing, and she's like, okay, I'll try.
Well, I thought apparently in the books, Katniss has like a really sad ending. Like, I don't think she ends up with anybody in the books, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong.
No,
but
I thought she still ends up with him in the.
I thought she like had like a really crappy ending in the books, and everyone was mad about that.
No, I think it was the same ending as just people were just.
No, man, I'm telling. All right, I'm looking this up. Because I don't think that's what happens in the books. I know that happy ending thing where it's her like holding a baby and stuff. That did not happen.
I could have sworn it was in the books, though. Could have sworn it.
All right, so part 2, part 3. She realized Snow was telling the truth about Coin. All right, so Pollux are sent on the districts. Annie gives birth to Finnick's son. Peeta returns months after Katniss and Haymitch arrive, having recovered immensely from his brainwashing. Finally, Katniss understands that falling in love with Peeta was inevitable. Oh, you were right. As he's always represented to her the promise of a better future, rather than the destruction she now associates with Gale. She sees that she did not need Gale's fire, as she already had it in herself. She needed Peeta, who symbolized hope. She needed to survive. Together with Haymitch, they create a book filled with the stories of previous tributes and others who died in the war, so they will never be forgotten. At the end, Katniss and Peeta play a game of real or not real. Peeta asks Katniss, you love me, real or not real? Katniss replies, without hesitation, real. In the epilogue, Katniss is speaking as an adult more than 50 years later. She and Peeta grow together. It is not indicated if they are married, but they do have 2 children. The Hunger Games are over, but she dreads the day her children will be shattered by the lives of her, whatever. All right, never mind. It was, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I heard people being like, they were just mad. They're like, that's how it ends. That's it.
Oh, I guess people who were mad about the fact that she didn't end up with the other guy. It's probably one of those Twilight things where it's like, oh, we like the other guy, though.
Yeah.
Like, Peeta tried to kill her and she ended up with Peeta?
Why you go Team Peeta?
Oh, because Peeta's so good.
I love bread.
Oh, I'm Team Giro. I'm Team Giro.
Cover me in that sauce.
Put some meat on me. Peeta, I want to put meat on Peeta and heat him up. Give me some lettuce and tomato and maybe the cucumber sauce. I'll just eat them up.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. What was there's one point, they see this tiger lady, right?
Oh my god. Everyone was mad because they're like, it didn't do her justice. I'm like, do her justice? It's a weird tiger lady. What did you want?
Yeah, then she's like, Emperor Snow changed. I was like, wait, okay. So what happened here? How did she get like, was he like, you're going to be a tiger now? And she's like,
well, she apparently was in the first movie, I guess, maybe?
Was she?
Because everyone was like, oh, I remember. I think Katniss was like, I remember you. You helped style my hair.
But was she a tiger
So maybe she was in the first movie. I don't know. I have no clue.
I'm
Like,
curious.
this movie had so many callbacks to things I don't remember.
yeah.
There were so many moments where I was like, I feel like I should know what that means, but I don't. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, I think I remember, but I don't. And was she a tiger? Is she just a tiger now? She changed.
She might have been a tiger person at the beginning, but then, because she's like, I hate President Snow because he changed me. It's like, what? From what to what? Like, were you a tiger before, and now you're mad that you, like, don't have as cool of tiger clothes? Like, what's the matter with you?
Well, I used
What's
to
your
look
problem?
like I was from L.A., and now I just look like a tiger.
I always want to be a cat, but not a tiger. I want to be a house cat.
They're just like, can you just hide us? Because that's why we're here.
She's like, sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then Katniss goes in by herself. So basically, we're skipping over the fact that they go into the city, and because it's called the Hunger Games, they have to make the city into a Hunger Games trap area.
Yeah.
That's really, why have soldiers fight when you can just build traps and place machine guns in walls and shit, which makes no sense. They literally had to build machine guns into walls.
Yeah.
They had days to tear down buildings and then replace them with machine gun walls.
But then, like, is it? It's like a game maker thing, right? They're like the.
So
game
was it
makers
always
get to-
there? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was. I'm like, did they just set it up? Is this like something they just? Is the whole
yes,
world
he's
just
like,
a game?
he's like, get me the game makers. So days before, he was like, I got this. We're just going to make the entire city into a Hunger Games thing so at least one character can say, welcome to the Hunger Games. It's like, oh my God. And so, yeah, they go through all these traps, and of course, people get murdered by all of them, which is why they had to have the cannon fodder people.
Yeah.
And then they end up in the sewer. The last few people who make it end up in the sewer because that's apparently the only way they can get 15 blocks or however long it was.
Mm-hmm.
And Snow's like, release the mutants. And so mutants or mutts or whatever the hell they called them, like, basically it's zombies, start murdering everyone.
Yeah.
It gets, the only people who make it alive are like the Game of Thrones chick, the Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones chick's like friend who's mute.
Yeah.
Katniss, Gale, and I think that's it. And PETA.
Oh yeah, and PETA.
And they make it out, and then they end up in Tiger Lady's house.
Yeah.
And then that night, PETA and Gale proceed to have the most awkward conversation about, like, she loves you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I tried to kill her. And he's like, it's cool, though. She loves you, dude. He's like, no, she loves you. And he's like, I guess we'll find out. What? Everyone just got murdered. Everyone's dead.
They do that typical, like, she's asleep or whatever. And
she opens her eyes like she's listening. Oh, God.
I guess we'll just, like, talk in front of her anyway, then.
I guess we'll just talk about this. So then she sneaks off by herself, basically, with Gale. And they go to Snow's like, I want all the people to come to my house because that'll protect you, which is nonsense.
Yeah.
He's like, get everyone here. Get everyone to my house, guys. I got this.
We'll be safe. We'll have a
totally
big
be
house
safe.
party. We
And
got,
so-
like, snacks.
Yeah, President Coin then, who's like the good guy, quote-unquote president, uses Gale's weapon, and it blows up, like, kills kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, Katniss' sister is there. She's like, I'm a medic! And runs in to help, and then gets blown up.
Yeah.
And Katniss is like, no! And so, she's injured and hurt, and the next thing you know, it's after the invasion, and she wakes up, her sister's dead, Gale probably is the one who came up with the idea to bomb everyone.
Yeah. He got trapped. He got taken, right?
No, that was PETA.
No, that was Gale. Gale got taken.
Taken by who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, Katniss, just kill me. And then she's like,
she doesn't.
I can't do it.
But here's the thing, is that scene, you're right, he gets taken,
Yeah.
everything explodes, she wakes up, he's fine.
Yeah.
There is no, like, him getting taken is pointless.
Yeah. She could have just shot him.
She could have, it would have been amazing if she shot him and killed him, but there's no reason for it. They're like, you killed Gale, but we liberated the capital moments later. That would have been an amazing twist.
I was
That would
hoping
have been
for
so
that.
cool. Nope. So she blames him for killing her sister and everyone else.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't even look at you, bro. He's like, goodbye, Katniss.
It's like, where are you going?
And then President Coin's like, we did it. Now I'm going to create a new Hunger Games and make all the Capitol's kids play in it. And Katniss is like, great, do it.
Can I just say that, like, when that happened, I'm like, duh, she's gonna want another Hunger Games. I was like, she wants another Hunger Games. She's like, what if we had another Hunger Games? I was like, yes, let's do it.
Like half the people are like, God no, and the other half are like, yes, and it's like down to Katniss and whatever her friend's name is.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I mean, I'm with Katniss on whatever she says.
Mitch.
Yeah, hey Mitch, and then she's like, yes, let's do it. Meanwhile, her only plan is like, I'm going to murder you.
Yeah,
because
it's pretty obvious.
Here's the thing. President Snow's a dick, but he was an honest dick. He was like, I told you I'd always tell you the truth. And he's like, that lady is just as bad as me, if not worse. Yeah. And so she kills Coin with an arrow through the heart, and then the people rip apart President Snow.
Yeah.
Rip his body apart.
As
just
he's like laughing.
Yeah, he's like,
he's like coughing up blood.
Coughing up blood and stuff. It's crazy. That movie is crazy.
I know. Oh my god! Like I didn't even understand that. Like
there's just a dead woman with an arrow through her, as an old crazy man is coughing up blood. People are ripping him apart. Yeah. It was a crazy end. Think about that. That was a crazy ending.
It was. Can I just say, when he's like, I didn't understand like he was coughing up blood because like he drank the poison.
Yeah.
So like I was like, does he just have like lung cancer or some shit?
No, apparently like he perpetually, because he drank all that poison, his mouth like perpetually bleeds.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they said in the previous movie.
I just wanted
so
him
he's
to like...
he's always like bleeding. He has open sores in his mouth all the time, which is crazy.
I just want to be like, we gotta assassinate President Snow, and then they like go to like check on him on the desk. They're like, President Snow, and he's just like dead. It's like blood.
He's like, what? I'm sleeping. I like that scene. Here's the thing. I've said from the beginning, that's what President Snow is my favorite character. I love him. I love that character. I was like, that character is really cool. I love
just
everything
the
about
old Kentucky KFC like general.
He's basically the Colonel.
Yeah,
it's like if the Colonel ran the country. Like, let me tell you all about my Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like,
fried chicken for
no,
everybody.
Colonel Snow. Let me tell you,
stick some butter in it, just like my mama used to.
Let me tell you about my new Kentucky Fried Pitas. They got gyro meat on them. We stole one pita and we smothered them in gyro meat and sauce.
Because that's how we did it back when I was a child. I just wanted them to be like, we found President Snow, and there's like, oh, he's dead. It's like, what? Wait, we're supposed to kill him. How'd he die? It's like, he's old, dude.
Oh yeah, he's super
dead. He's just an old guy. It's like, oh, well, I guess we're fine. It's like, yeah, why don't we have another Hunger Games? It's like, what?
Yeah, so Katniss murders everybody, and everyone Katniss knows is dead. And then she goes back to the place, back to District 12.
I say, when she kills the lady with the arrow, right? It's the most like set up thing. Like they give her the arrow to assassinate President Snow, put the lady like right above him.
Oh, and she's like, do it, Katniss. Set yourself free or whatever the hell she's like,
let the arrows of life fly at you.
Like the arrows of it's such a like setup moment. You're just like, oh lady, you're dead. Like you're so dead.
I almost thought that's what she wanted. Like that's how set up.
Yeah,
it was.
It's almost like she's saying, please shoot me.
Yeah.
She should have just been like, Katniss, kill me instead.
Yeah.
It's roughly what she was saying.
Yeah. Although I would have enjoyed the Hunger Games with all the Capital kids. I thought that
Here's the thing,
great.
that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But it's really just the Hunger Games where they leave them in a forest with no food. We don't want you to die. We just want you to starve for a little bit.
They're all gonna die.
They're all really hungry. And they're playing Parcheesi. Send them in Clue. So yeah, she gets captured and then immediately set free.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ends up going back to District 12, which was destroyed as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Filled with thousands of skulls of the dead.
Yeah, thousands.
She goes back and this is where I'm going to live now. She decides to live there.
Finds the cat.
And finds her cat, yells at her cat, throws stuff at the cat, and then hugs the cat. It's all in one scene.
And the cat's like, just feed me, please.
And then Peeta and Haymitch come back, and they all like live there forever, I guess.
Yeah.
And apparently, Haymitch is now banging the one lady with the crazy hair.
Of course.
And I guess, and then it ends like with an epilogue of them just it's now the future and we have kids and everything's okay. But I'm really sorry that my actions cause people to die.
Yeah.
And I'll never be the same. And hopefully I can tell my kids one day, the end. And I was like, that was not a good ending. Like, that wasn't a good movie. Like, it felt the way watching The Hobbit felt. Where it was like, this is a cool story, but this should have been the 2 movies they promised. There's no reason for a 3rd movie. There's definitely no reason for 90% of this extra stuff. Just unnecessary.
That's how I felt too. Although they could have redeemed themselves if they just would have ended it with President Snow laughing and getting like attacked.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing. That would have been imagine if not only the writer, this little girl, if not only the writer had the balls to make this happen, but the end of the movie was Katniss. Like it's about like just politics in general, about democracy and about dictatorships and about power, right? Mm-hmm. And how she shoots Coin, and she like falls over dead. So she's laying there dead in the Capitol. President Snow's laughing and cackling blood, and as people rip him apart, and then Katniss is arrested. And that's literally how the movie ends.
Oh shit.
Like Katniss being taken away as like she did all this stuff, and she doesn't end up with anyone. She ends up in jail and dead. They kill her.
Yeah.
They kill They don't even explain it. They just kill Katniss.
Yeah.
And everyone's dead. Everyone dies in order to make this happen. And this is this new era.
Yeah. And then you get like some like cheesy, like crazy end one. He's just like, this is just the world we live in. Nothing will change it.
Right? That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. If Peter did the ending thing, he was like, I'll never forget Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
I always wanted her dead. But now that she's gone, I just want her alive. Like weird. It's like, oh my God. That would have been amazing. That would have been an amazing movie. That would have been the like deepest, dopest ending ever.
It would have been. That'd have been so
And the last shot is the main square as people are ripping. There's like blood pouring out from like Snow's body in the crowd, and Corn's like bleeding on the steps, and Katniss being taken away by the cops.
He's still laughing.
Oh my God. He's like,
unlimited bar.
That would have been amazing. But that's not the way it ended.
Yeah, we should just. I don't know why we still haven't been hired to write movies.
Because our movies are too good for Hollywood.
They're too real.
We write on a solid Bollywood level.
Yeah.
Every one of our movies will have 15 musical numbers.
At least.
That's
minimum.
At least 15. If you don't have an ugly older fat man dancing with a young like 20-year-old lady singing about, I don't know, shawarma, you're not doing it right.
In euros.
Love, 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 love. I love heroes. Love, 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 love. I love heroes. I want to put it on my pita. Put it on my pita. Put it on my pita and eat it up.
Beautiful.
Perfect. So good. We're so good.
So that's our movie
All
talk.
right. Well, that's our movie talk. So, Crendor.
Yes.
I think it's time to watch the traffic episode of this guy with Crendor. Crendor, how's the traffic out there?
Well, let me tell you, traffic is insane because people are still lined up to see the Star Wars. It is unbelievable. We got Grant Gangle. We got Majo Lacko. We got Christopher Milton. We got Antoinette Vanderherk. We got Dalton Farmer. We got Kieran Watson. We got James Horton. We got Alex Mackenheimer. Oh, they're all lined up, dude. I don't know how I know their names. It just shows up on the Chopper Copter. I didn't build this thing. So if you're heading down the I-8452, you're going to have to take the back routes, but beware, there is a monster attacking that back road, so you're going to have to bring, some supplies if you want to get through. Yeah.
All right, Crendor. I like that there's a person named Major Wacko. Is that what you said?
Hold on.
Major Wacko.
No, Majo Lacko.
Major Wacko?
Majo Lacko.
Major Wacko?
Yeah, Major Wacko.
Sounds like a Guy Hero villain. They call me Major Wacko.
Major Wacko.
I was in the military until I killed President Coin and President Snow. Yeah. And then I became Major Wacko.
Dude, that guy's a major wacko.
Oh, no, Major Wacko is Katniss Everdeen. Clearly.
Oh, shit.
Right? That's our story. Mockingjay Part 3, Major Wacko's Revenge. And then she says, like, welcome to the 77th Annual Hunger Games. And then she hunts people in a forest. Oh, my God. That'd be the best movie. Katniss just hunts and murders people. Like, she just, like, ropes down next to a person. She's like, boo, and then slits his throat. Oh, my God, I want that. I want that movie so badly.
Just like
Katniss
some guys,
is just
like...
Katniss is Rambo and just kills people.
Some guy's just, like, hiding in the corner, like, rocking back and forth. And then she, like, shows up behind him with an arrow right behind his head. And she's like... hey there. And just like shoots it and the arrow just goes right through his head and like comes out the other side.
No, there's a guy who is like, he's like, where are you? And he's like in a cabin, right? And he's like up against the wall. He's like, where are you? And she's like, I'm right here. And appears from the shadows. And he's like, oh my God, what are you going to do? Kill me? And she's like, no, you're already dead. And there's an arrow in him already. You just didn't notice. He looks down. He's like, oh, like falls over dead. That'd be an amazing movie. I want to see a movie where Katniss is a stone cold killer.
It's called like Katniss Everdeen, The Reckoning.
Revengeance.
She just
my
like
sister. She hunts Gale. Oh, she's hunting Gale.
Oh my God. Her PTSD kicks in.
Oh my God. That'd be amazing. And that's what takes place between. That's why she's like, I don't know if I can ever tell my kids what I've done. Because what she did took place between that and the last movie. And it's her just hunting down and killing everyone.
Oh
That's
God.
why she and Peeta are alone in the middle of the woods. Because every other human on Earth is dead. Oh, she's like, we'll start over. Me and Peeta will remake mankind. She kills everyone. With one arrow. She uses it. She pulls it out and keeps using it over and over and over again.
She like names the arrow.
I call him Mr. Piercy.
Mr. Piercy here. She like draws a face on him and everything.
She talks to him. What are you doing, Katniss? We gonna murder people today? Oh, Mr. Piercy. You know me.
I don't want to do this anymore, Mr. Piercy. Well, too bad. You gotta keep doing it until everyone's gone. Okay.
You gotta end their suffering, Katniss. Life is suffering. Murder them all.
Oh,
Okay.
no. It's
Just
Wacko.
once.
Wacko's out for us, but Wacko's the good guy. He's trying to save everyone.
Wacko's Peeta and he's trying to stop her. Oh my God. We just made a much better movie.
We did.
We
Name's
just made
Wacko.
a much better movie.
Major Wacko.
Major
They
Wacko.
used to call me Peeta.
But I was brainwashed.
Thought I was a Euro for a while.
It tasted so good.
I ate my
President
hand.
so used to cover me with sauce. Make me parade around the Capitol in a big sauce bucket. They used to throw meat on me. Old ladies would pay to eat it off. It was awful. It was awful.
But great at the same time.
Yep.
That's the traffic report.
All right, let's go over to sports.
Weather.
Weather.
Weather. Let's activate the Wapmeister. Wap be activated. 9, 4, 2, 5, 8. Sacramento, California.
Wow, what's going on? Sacktown.
Sacktown, Sacramento, California. 94258, 55 degrees. Feels like 55 degrees today. 57 degrees tonight. 44 degrees.
Wait. It
Rain.
can't be 55 degrees. Feels like 55 degrees today. 57 degrees. Whoppy.
Tonight, 44 degrees. Rain, 100%. South-southeast winds, 9 miles per hour. Saturday, Star Wars spoilers. No! Damn it, Whoppy. I swear.
Whoppy.
He almost malfunctioned.
Accessing internet archives. No.
I'm gonna have to tweak him a bit. So, yeah, that's the weather.
Sports.
Sports is, we got some intense sports news as usual. Wife of golfer taken out by LeBron in hustle for loose ball.
What?
So, fans who sit courtside at NBA games eventually encounter the possibility that a very large athlete will fall on top of them. Ellie Day, the wife.
I like where this is going.
Ellie Day, the wife of professional golfer and PGA Championship winner Jason Day, discovered that. Within several minutes, left in regulation. LeBron James went out of bounds towards the sideline in pursuit of a loose ball. James was not successful and made contact with Day, sending her falling to the ground. She remained on the ground for several minutes as medical staff attended and spoke to her before she was carried off on a stretcher. Oh shit, take a look at the incident here.
Oh, link me that.
All right, let me link this one. Oh, we gotta see this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, dude. Let's see.
Let's go. All right, there's a video. It's a commercial. This is not.
Oh my god.
I have a commercial. You have a video?
Yeah, I got a video. Oh my god. He like.
I can't see it. I have an electricity commercial. A commercial for like who advertises electricity, Crendor?
Electricity.
Who advertises? It's like because turning on the lights isn't just as simple as flipping a switch. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it is. All right, here we go. LeBron.
Yep.
Okay, Westford has it. LeBron's going for it. Oh, right into her. Here we go.
She's
oh, look
just
at her
like,
face. She's like, ah! Oh my god, that's like an elbow to the face.
Yeah, that's like an NFL shot. There's some basketball player like a
Wow.
mustache and crazy hair like running off.
Wow. And then LeBron jumps back in like, I haven't got time for this.
I gotta get back in there,
I
guys.
gotta get back in the game. He just actually he hits her with his butt.
Yeah, he asked to the face.
He asked to the faces hurt. The best part is there's a woman with black hair behind them.
Just like, oh!
Rewind that video. Look at the woman with black hair. She's like, I haven't got time for this. Oh, wait. There's two things in this. All right, guys, go look this video up so you can watch along with us.
Yeah.
At the very end of this video, so LeBron hits this girl, and it goes slow motion replay. There are three people you need to watch. One,
Yeah.
woman in black.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, boy. You know that's what she sounds like.
Yeah.
Just look at this woman. She's like, oh, no.
Then her husband or someone's just like staring
Her
off in the
husband next to her doesn't even care. He's watching the game.
Yeah.
He has not looked down once. And then the guy next to them in the blue shirt with like the orange lettering
Yeah.
is like,
She got what was coming at it. I tell you
yeah,
what.
there's the reactions. There's three totally different. The
Yeah.
dude does not even. All right, the dude, it's definitely her husband.
Yeah.
Does not look down once.
Yeah. Not once. He's
Does
just
not
like
look
staring.
down
Like,
once.
he doesn't care that anything just happened near him. He's just like, oh.
Does not
what's the
look
score
down
again? It's
once.
Oh, I think we're coming back. It's like, well, what did it?
Also, let's take a moment to look at the photo of this couple who went to this thing.
Right.
Hey, J-Day Golf, Air 41, hashtag Cav, whatever this photo is.
Yeah.
It's, I feel like the angle's wrong because it looks like both, like everyone in that photo looks like they have a crazy jaw.
It does. They
It looks
do
like
all
they have like
like
a super giant, they look like when someone does like a fake British guy, they're like, ooh, dude. They
Yeah.
all have this giant jaw.
yeah, it's just like
No
Yes.
wonder they got hit in the face with his ass. Their jaw was on the court. Their jawlines tripped LeBron. It's not LeBron's fault. These giant jaws over here attacked him.
Look at that lady in the background in the bottom left. She's just like, oh, I wish I had that jaws.
Oh my god. All right, well,
So yeah, that happened.
that happened.
And they said, wait, let's see, what happened to her? She like alive?
Oh my god, LeBron's ass kills woman. Golfer left mourning.
Smith, Chase, Day have apparently become friends, and the Cavs guard can be seen checking in on him to make sure his wife was okay. The couple also posed for photos. Wait, so
They're fine.
yeah, they're fine.
She got
He
hit with
said-
LeBron's ass. LeBron is a giant ass. She's
She
fine.
said, wow,
There
it's
was enough
official.
padding to-
More messages from getting plowed over by LeBron than Jason winning a major. Ha! First of all, I'm okay. I'm incredibly sore and exhausted. Being tackled by that large man, I would compare to a minor car accident. My head and neck hit pretty hard, so it was really scary. My whole body feels like I was hit by a truck. Second, it was so fast. I didn't remember until 2 a.m. seeing the ball come toward me. It was a blur. It's crazy that to the crazies that think Jason should have protected me. If he had time to react, so would I have. Also, I would not have liked both dudes. Second, I would not have liked. It just cuts off.
I would not have liked both dudes.
I would not like both dudes. Oh, landing on me. LeBron is huge and had such momentum he could not have stopped. Third, people are saying it's money grab or some crap, which is obviously absurd. Much like attending a golf event and risking getting hit with a ball sitting on the court side, you risk getting run into. I
love this. He's trying to associate all of this with golf. Like, if it's just like a golf event, first off, no, it's much more exciting. Second off,
Yeah.
she's like, when my husband wins the majors, I don't even get this many messages. Yeah, because it's golf. No one gives a shit, lady. Nobody cares. My husband's really important, and I married him because of his importance, and no one addresses how important he is. It kind of aggravates me. I get hit in the head by a guy's butt, and everyone cares. Yeah, because one, it's hilarious.
She keeps
two,
mentioning how huge they are, too. Like, these are huge men.
I feel like there's a tinge of racism there.
I think there is.
The way she keeps describing the situation,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm
In a
just going to
sport
say it.
played
Golf's a
by
racist sport.
primarily white males.
Golf's a, yeah.
Just like,
Even though her husband isn't white, I'm going to say she doesn't care because golf is white. And so she's like, close enough.
yeah. You either have to be white or rich.
Basically, this poor woman that got hit by LeBron's butt, we're calling her racist. Why? Because we can. Because we can do that. Don't ask us to don't question that. Don't ask us to clarify it. We just think it's funny that that's the scenario.
Yeah. And that's sports.
All right. Crendor, what's our big news story of the day?
All right, big news story of the day. I found a couple. There's, of course, box office Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's
We can't talk about it. We can't talk about it.
All right, I'll save that for later. We got Stoner Sloth campaign is peak anti-marijuana absurdity. Is this even for real?
I mean, how stoned are you? It might not be.
All right. This is either the worst anti-drug campaign we've seen or the best. Stoner Sloth is a series of videos purportedly meant to illustrate the horrors of marijuana to impressionable teens. The videos star people in large sloth costumes struggling through various life events due to how high they are. At the end of each ad, after the featured sloth has had trouble in class or embarrassed itself at dinner, the tagline, "You're worse on weed," is plastered across the screen. The whole thing is reportedly the work of Australia's New South Wales Department of Premier and Cabinet. The videos are not a joke. The department reportedly confirmed to Australian media outlet. The campaign is designed to appeal to and be shareable among teenagers who are the most vulnerable to cannabis use, a statement
I want to
said.
know who, like, what ad agency was like, here's the pitch.
Holy
It's
shit.
sloths that are high. And
So
that's what
they're
the kids
saying-
are like.
They're like going
What?
to end up like me if they smoke the weed.
Oh my God. Kids, you might as well get on it. You can make some money on YouTube.
Look at this. Look at this video. It's a minute long.
All right. I need to see this. Stoner Sloth. I want to see what they made the sloths look like. Oh my God. There's someone in class who literally calls her a stoner sloth.
Yeah. Like they're bullying her.
What is happening? Yeah, she's losing her mind.
Yeah.
This is definitely not someone who's high. They don't even talk. They just make weird noises.
It's just normal me.
He can't. They're like Jason the Salt.
The salad.
He's passing a salad. First off, it's an animal. He doesn't understand English. Second off, he doesn't have hands. He's got little claws.
Then the sister's just like, Stoner Sloth?
All right, first off, what kid gets super stoned and then goes to hang out with his parents?
I don't know. What do you think, Dave?
These curses are so weird. It's just, all right, people who are listening are like, what the hell are they talking about? So let me describe it to you. There's a party, and at this party is this girl talking about some stupid story, and then the guy who likes this girl going like, that's so funny. What do you think, Dave? Cut to Dave, who is a sloth in a t-shirt and jeans going like feeling himself up like a weird awkward like and that's the commercial, and they're like, stoner sloth.
on weed. Like
Yeah,
just
like you're
Google
worse on weed.
YouTube stoner sloth compilation. Never have I seen a high person that's been like,
I want to know what kind of weed they got in Australia. That shit will knock you out.
there's just
That'll
some guy
put you
right now. It's
down.
like, dude, I want what this sloth smoking, man. That is awesome.
I guarantee there's now a strain of weed called Stoner Sloth.
No doubt.
Give me that good Stoner Sloth.
This shit's gonna get you crazy, dude.
This will make you become a sloth, man. This will turn you into a sloth. This shit's so good, man. It'll turn you into a sloth. You'll just sit around going.
I'm pretty sure like sloths don't even do that. They're not like. Oh my god! Have you ever seen the sloths have sex video?
No.
They literally like, do it in 5 seconds. They're just like, and here go the sloths. And he's just like, and he's like, hey, they're done. And he's like, all right.
Hold on, there's a Screaming Baby Sloth remix compilation. I want to hear what they sound like.
Oh god.
This is amazing. All right, so guys, listening right now, stop listening to this podcast. Go look up Screaming Baby Sloth remix compilation. Baby sloths are amazing. So baby sloths do sound like.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Right? Here's the thing, that baby sloth is super interactive.
Yeah,
he's like moving and dancing and shaking. He's having a good time. Stoner sloth. So all right. So now that we know that sloths actually make noise and like, besides, we know sloths just lay there and stuff, but this sloth's like moving around having a good time.
Yeah.
So are they saying in these ads that these were already sloths and now they're just stoners?
I think. I don't
Think
know.
about this for a minute.
Yeah. Because I mean, they're high.
Is there a sloth at that school? And they're just making fun of that sloth?
They're just bullying the sloth.
That family adopted a sloth and treated him like shit. Those people invited that sloth to the party and then they made fun of him.
And he's probably just getting high to forget about all the shit he's got to put up with. Oh my god.
His shitty life. They're just that girl just wanted to go to school, get an education.
Yeah.
Her family lives out in the jungle.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to get an education. They're like, stoner sloth. She's like, I take drugs because you guys make fun of me.
Stoner sloth. Oh my god.
Well, we cracked that wide open.
We did.
We definitely did.
All right. I got to save this for next time.
All right.
Talk about Star Wars.
Oh,
Remember to bring up the R2-D2 soup kid.
I will do that.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, listening, whatever you're doing right now. And as always, to be continued.